Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to episode 1 of How to YouTube, a complete guide. Today, in this first episode, we're going to talk about things like why do you want to do YouTube in the first place? Is it to make money, to further your career, just as a hobby? It's really important to know that when you're starting out. Also, we're going to talk about my golden rule, and also, really importantly, we're going to talk about finding your style. There's no point in deciding that you're going to be the next PewDiePie if that doesn't suit who you are as a content creator. So without further ado, let's get into it. Why do you want to become a YouTuber? It's the first question that I wanted to address. If the answer is money, then don't do it. Years ago, when YouTube was first really sort of getting popular, you could go into it thinking I can make some money here. But the proliferation of channels, really good content, means that the amount of time and work and effort required to do YouTube means, you could work basically full-time hours for 2 years and earn $100 easily. Many people do. In that sort of time, you could train to become an astronaut. You could do so much with it. You could become a stock exchange person. That sounded intelligent, didn't it? You could become an accountant. You could, the amount of effort required, because it's not just making videos, okay? It's not about recording a video or even editing a video. There's so many things to it. There's thumbnails, then it's getting the right SEO. There's about marketing, social media aspect of it, answering comments. The whole community thing takes a long time. And so don't ever go into YouTube thinking I can make some money, I'm going to become a full-time YouTuber, because that is the single reason why most people starting YouTube quit. You need to go into YouTube with the mindset that, are you okay with making, let's say, a daily video or a video every 2 days for the next year and nobody's watching it? Because that is a good case. Here is my screen for my subscribers since I started my YouTube channel. And I had a really good start. This is a good start. So in this first year, I'm picking up a couple of subscribers a day, occasional little peak. There's a 24 there, sweet, 24. But basically 5-6 subscribers a day. And that is way ahead of the standard gaming channel curve. Okay, so expect months where you might gain 5 subscribers. Expect it that you might get 10 videos per view. The reason you do YouTube is because you enjoy the act of doing YouTube, okay? Because that means you'll carry on, you'll enjoy it, you'll learn, you'll get better, and eventually, if you're good at this and you work your ass off, you will get the viewers coming in, and eventually you'll get paid some money for doing what you love. That's everybody's goal at the end of the day, is to be able to turn that hobby, that passion, into a full-time job. But you need to go into it with a mindset that this could easily happen, that you're making videos for the next 6 months, a year, and nobody's really viewing it. And I'll go more into the YouTube algorithm later, but if you created a brand new channel today and you created let's say a game, a Fallout 4 review, okay, video, the way YouTube works is that it needs to trust you. The algorithm works is it needs to trust you. So it's not automatically, even if you did all your SEO perfectly, Fallout 4 in the review, in the title, and the description's right, and the tags are right, and all that, it looks all lovely, it doesn't mean you're going to rank anywhere. Because YouTube, the way most people consider that YouTube works, especially in the first few months of YouTube, is that you need to prove to YouTube that you can upload consistently, you can upload non-clickbaity stuff, that the people that actually are clicking on your video are watching most of it at least. And so that is the biggest sort of key to getting going, really, is that so have that mindset, okay? Do this because you really enjoy the act of making videos and building a community and chatting to people and stuff like that. Just bear in mind that it's going to take a ton of hard work, more hours than you could think that it's going to take. If you sort of think to yourself, well, I'm going to do comedy clips, and I've worked out that it's going to take me an hour to write the script and 2 hours to film it. Okay, well, let's add on 2 hours for the editing. Let's add on another hour to do the SEO and the thumbnail, and let's add on another hour for posting it on social media, or finding some good places like a Facebook group or Reddit or stuff like that, that it suddenly becomes a 15-hour video, which what you thought was going to take 3. So the passion is that to do this thing is by far outweighs anything. I'll talk about a website later that has a YouTube creator website that it's, the amount of people that says, I've been doing this a week and I've made 4 videos and I've only got 10 views. Well, that's to be expected. You've got to go into this with open eyes. The fabled golden rule of YouTube. This is my golden rule of YouTube, and I think it's a good thing for other people to take this on board, is do what you enjoy. Now, this it sounds simple. You go, okay, of course, yeah, do what you enjoy. That makes sense on YouTube. But the amount of people, let's say you decided you have a vlogging channel, and you decide that you're going to, vlog your everyday life and stuff like that. Every couple of days, you're going to release a video, just, normal stuff, what's been going on and stuff like this. And, taking the dogs for a walk or going grocery shopping or whatever it is. And, you've been doing it a couple of months and it's, it's fine and you're enjoying it, which is the golden rule. Great. And then let's say, for instance, one of your videos is much more popular than the other. Let's say you went to an amusement arcade and played those like 2p machine, the coins that you put in and it all drops down and pushes stuff out. And it's just part of a vlog. But that became, because there are channels that are built entirely around those machines, right? And let's say that was your most popular video. So you think, okay, common sense dictates, maybe I should do a bit more of that. And then what can end up happening is that your channel evolves into something that actually you just wanted to play that game for 5 minutes as you were passing it by. But eventually you've started just creating videos about putting 2p's in a machine. Obviously, that's an extreme example, but if you get, and it's the same reason I say don't go into YouTube for money, because if you want to go into YouTube for money, you'd be creating content purely based on thinking, what will my viewers like? And therefore, you're creating stuff like, top 10 lists, any sort of top 10 lists are really popular, that sort of thing, just to get their views. You end up sort of clickbaiting and stuff like that. If you have cleavage, a woman's cleavage, not my cleavage, in a thumbnail, you probably get 50% more views by default because all us men are pervs, okay? Like that. But you don't want to then get caught into that and being forced into making that. Like on a gaming channel, for example, as a reason, let's say you started a let's play of a brand new game that you just got, Fallout 4. It's not a brand new game, but let's say Fallout 4, that seems to be my example for every game. And you started a let's play, and you it's a long old game. It could be 100+ hours. So this let's play could go on for a time, and you've done 10 episodes now, and you've decided personally that you actually detest the game, right? But at the end of the day, it's getting good views, so you carry on. And there's multiple problems with this, because generally speaking, especially when starting out, the amount of hours that you put into YouTube, if you're not enjoying it and you're not really getting paid anything for doing it, it's becoming a non-paid job. Who wants a non-paid job that you hate? And so even if you might lose a few subscribers, or Fallout 4, lots of people were watching that series, you're better off making a video that says, sorry guys, I'm not enjoying this. I'll play something else. I'll replace it with something else, which I hope you'll enjoy just as much. But me personally, I'm not enjoying the game, because if you force yourself to carry on, not only does YouTube as a whole become a chore, making videos become a chore, that will come across in your videos. People will be like, he just doesn't seem to be that interested. Even if you're the best actor, it will come across in your videos. Your energy levels won't be as good. You'll be a bit more grumpy every time you die. All that sort of thing. You're better off for longer term for your channel to cut off your losses. Like, my channel personally is built on Football Manager. That is the foundation of my channel. I play lots of other stuff as well, but I love Football Manager, and it's a game that I've been playing for 20 odd years. And it comes out with a new version every year. I'm not just playing a 20-year-old game. But if one day, I would say 90% of my subscribers are here for my Football Manager. But if at the end of the day, I decided that actually I'm bored of Football Manager now. I would stop tomorrow. Because even though like 90% of my audience would do it, and if you're just in it for the money or you're just here to grow your channel, then you'd carry on and you wouldn't enjoy it and it'd become a chore and your content wouldn't be as good. So the golden rule is do what you enjoy, do what you're passionate about. And if that changes, then change your channel, change your content. Okay, don't be afraid to grow. Yes, you're going to piss a few people off, but that's better for you because you'll get a new audience for that new thing you're doing anyway. So even if everybody that watched that Fallout game has left because you're not playing Fallout anymore and you start playing something else, League of Legends, you'll get a new audience from that anyway. So don't get too caught up in carrying it on because people are enjoying it. If you're not enjoying it, don't do it. You know, and this goes for any niche on YouTube. If you're doing makeup tutorials and vlogging and your makeup tutorials are getting a ton of views and your vlogging isn't, don't be afraid to go, actually, I'm not enjoying doing these makeup tutorials anymore. I'm just going to stick to vlogging. Don't be afraid of it. Do what you'll enjoy because you're much less likely to quit because the views aren't there or whatever it is because you're still doing something you love. Before I even started my channel, when I was planning to start my channel, the thought occurred to me is, and this really needs to be thought about early on in your YouTube life, is what I like to call finding your style. And it's very important because people don't suit certain styles, okay? So, for instance, and this goes for sort of any niche, the sort of very basic level of YouTube, so this applies to every type of video, is, are you one of those sort of people that just sort of talks, rambles, and stuff like that? Or are you one of those people that sort of highly edit stuff? If you look at most of the popular big vloggers, just one video, even if you don't watch vloggers, go and check out some of the vloggers, right? And watch their videos because you'll see the amount of jump cuts. A jump cut is like the small edits. So they might say, today in their video, so they'll edit out the and it will just, you'll see them jump about. It's just a very small edit, basically, a jump cut. And you'll see, like, if you watch a 5-minute video, you'll notice that there's 100, not even exaggerating, 100 jump cuts. And because it makes the video much more punchy, much more quick. So what you need to do is find your style. Are you that sort of person, that wants to jump, you might not be able to carry on a conversation, you might need to look at notes. So therefore you edit that out. You might be more scripted. So you edit, there's lots more editing. For me personally, I like to call it casual. Not lazy. It's casual. When I started my channel, and it was gaming, and I was thinking, well, what do I want this to be? And my first thought, and this is what I've stuck to, it's one of sort of the principles of my channel, is I'm going to make videos as if I'm sat with a bunch of my mates and we're playing a computer game. So in my Football Manager videos, I record the Football Manager video as one big chunk. That's intro, and then the game itself, and that's it. Okay, an outro and all that stuff. It is one, say, 30-minute video. I then go into my editor once I'm done. I edit off the first few seconds, the pause before you start and the pause at the end, just to, it takes like a minute, 30 seconds to just cut the front and the back off the video. And then in between the two games that I show, because I show 2 live commentaries of 2 football games, and I usually sort of edit out that bit in between. So my entire editing of each of my football video takes 5 minutes at most, because I don't mind. I can talk for days, probably part of the reason why I'm doing this YouTube series, but I can talk for days about anything. I don't have to be, some people's styles are very instructional, or they like to make jokes, in which case some of the editing has to be a bit quicker and they edit little bits out to get the punchlines there and the timing and stuff like this. Mine is much more casual, relaxed. I'm hanging out with a bunch of mates. I don't care if I say or get something wrong or say something, mispronounce something or anything like that. That's just part of it for me. I think the more edits, for me personally, I much prefer watching that style, because it feels like, for me, the more edits you have, the more little jump cuts that you have, it feels like the more clinical the video's getting. I don't mind somebody going, well, oh, this guy's name's Steve, rather than this guy's name's Steve, you know, with a jump cut. And that's just personal preference, you know, I don't mind it. But then not everyone is suited to that style. I've got friends that do YouTube videos and have said to me, I couldn't just talk for 30 minutes. And that's great because you've realised that, and therefore you change your style, you work out what your style is best at, and maybe edit certain bits out. If there's pauses where you can't think of anything to say, that's great. You know, as long as you know your style, it doesn't matter what that style is. There's no particular best way of doing things on YouTube. Everybody's still discovering, and YouTube is so big that there is an audience for everything. You know, in one of my Football Manager videos, I'm playing football, and 10 minutes of the video, I was talking about the fact that the local butcher's has built a car park, and I was really annoyed because that all fits my style, you know, just I'm chatting to a bunch of mates. So I think it's very, very important to find your style. Don't copy anybody else, because you might copy, say like for instance, you might decide, oh look, Loki's doing well, I'll copy his style, but then you just might not be able to just waffle on about rubbish for 30 minutes like I do. So therefore, it's not going to suit you. It's going to make your videos worse. So make sure you just sort of take some time to think what you're going to do with your videos as you start. You can always change over time, especially as you get more confident making videos. You might be able to then waffle for 30 minutes. Like, you know, how many YouTube guides or videos that are tutorials and stuff have this few edits in a video? The only reason there's edits is to separate the different subjects. I've recorded this all in one go, you know, there might be one or two little edits, you know, but I think it's important just to make sure that you know what you're comfortable with. That's a massive part. What you enjoy watching, but more importantly, what you feel happy to do, what suits you as a person. So there we go, guys, another video done. I hope you enjoyed it and got something useful out of it. If you have any questions on the subject we talked about in this video, then please leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. I'm also going to do a live Q&A at the end of this series on YouTube. So if you want to talk, have any more questions, or want to go a bit more in-depth, or something we haven't talked about before, then make sure you join me on that stream. Also, subscribe if you're new. Also, you know, if you've got your own tips to share, put them in the comments. Let's help each other grow. You know, I'm not the world's expert of YouTube. I'm just showing you what I've learned. But if you've got your own tips and tricks, then please do leave them in the comments. Get involved, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. Love you all. Bye-bye.